Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and today we are going to look at various modes that we can set to get the best optimal picture when using a Nikon D5200 camera in a night light or in a dull light settings. So let us begin. I used Nikon D5200 and the pictures were taken holding the camera in hand, and a built-in flash was used, and I have a lens which is AFS 18 to 140 millimeters DX and VR. I was at a distance of approximately 10 feet from the object. Let's go to the next slide. And this is the picture that I used as an example to look at various modes and see which one is optimal to give maximum details regarding the subject. As you can see here, we have metal, plastic, wood, carpet, glass, light, and many different features. I wanted to see how best we can bring in the natural ambience that was there at the night time. So this picture was taken at night time with just two lights beneath the counters. So let us look at various options that we use. First of all, as you know, Nikon D52 has an automatic mode. It has a auto flash off mode. It has a portrait mode, landscape mode, child, sports, and close-up modes. And here are programmable auto exposure. Then we have aperture priority auto exposure, shutter priority auto exposure, manual exposure. So we used all these different options, but we did not change any of the settings that were set by the camera. So that's an important point. So we are going to go through each one of these pictures to see how it appeals, how it looks, and how is the lighting, how are the contrasts between different objects. Is it displaying all the objects as we would like to see? And hopefully with this experiment we can reduce the number of options from 10 to 12 to maybe 2 to 3, which we can quickly switch over and take pictures. If one doesn't work, we can use the other one. So let us learn something. Here is the first mode where the manual flash was set to off. As I said previously, we are using a built-in flash. And one interesting thing I can see from looking at this picture compared to the actual scene I was recording, the lights are lighter and the counters are darker. This is not the actual reflection of how it looks in the kitchen. So when you use a flash, you have to remember the lighter objects become lighter and the darker objects become darker. That is with the manual. And this is what the camera set the various settings. Speed 1/30th of a second, f4.5, ASA 200. So let's look at the next mode here. And here we have scenic mode, which uses, of course, flash, the built-in flash. And here are the various numbers. But interestingly enough, the lighting seems to be good, and we can see very nice details of the glass from the blender, and we can see the lights under the counter, except the cabinets look brighter because of the flash, which is actually not the color of the cabinets in real life. But nonetheless, this is a pretty good picture because it has all the details, and we can see various colors with all these plastic bottles that are there, and it is a reasonably good scene picture. So that's one thing let's keep in mind, and let's move along. And here is a portrait picture, which is even better actually, because you can see the glass very clearly delineated, which is a very, very important factor, and the lighting is just about right, and the bottles have pretty clear color differentiation, and the cabinets are a little bit light, but as I said, this is also using the flash, so this is a pretty reasonable picture. Now here is a landscape mode. landscape mode, which is similar to no flash mode. It's just lighter objects are lighter and the darker objects are darker, and this is not something you really want to use unless you are taking pictures on a stage where there are lots of multiple neon lights, and that's what you really want to catch. Then a landscape mode may be useful. And here is a child mode. I don't know why they have one for a child, but nonetheless the child mode also gives a very clear distinction of all the objects, including glasses, and you can see the handle of the blender plastic jar. So I think the child mode is also a good option, except the counters are brighter than what they actually look in reality. And here is a close-up view, which is one of the options in that one, and again it gives a pretty good delineation of the objects, except the counter doors are brighter than what it is actually supposed to be. And here is a manual mode, which is giving a little more interesting look, because the cabinets are not as bright as they are, even though a flash is used here. And you can see a very nice delineation of colors, and also plastic jar that is sitting on top of the blender. Next, an aperture mode. I would totally skip this one, which is not you really want to see. And here is an automatic mode where nothing is done. The automatic mode sets it to 1/3 of a second, f5.0, ASA 2200. The built-in flash comes on, and it gives, again, the cabinets are brighter than what they are supposed to be, but then again it's using flash. So looking at all these various different modes, let us look at this. And here are some pictures. It depends on which one you like the most. The top left hand side is the scenic mode. The one on the right top side is the automatic mode, and one in the bottom is the manual mode. So I think each one of them are good depending upon the circumstance. So in this case, I would say an automatic mode did a pretty good job of taking the picture with just a touch of built-in flash. But there may be circumstances where you may find a manual mode or a scenic mode which may be appropriate to a given situation. So there is no such thing as the final winner or the first place winner. The winner is the mode that gets you the best picture you want. So in a sense, it has given you an overview of how to streamline 2 to 3 choices from a list of 12 choices that are available for various modes, because when you are rapidly taking pictures, you don't have too much time to do the research. And when time is essence, you remember 2 or 3 modes that work best for you. So what I would suggest is for you to pick an object, especially in the nighttime, with some little light, and experiment like I have done, or maybe with a person sitting there, and see which one gets you the best result, or which of the 2 or 3 options give you the best result. And when you get that, you can use that to quickly take the pictures, and you may even take pictures in 3 different modes and see what works best, and then use that one. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. NIK NIKAM. You have been watching a NNN Media, and please do subscribe to our Facebook page, which is NIK NIKAM Network, and most importantly, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is NIK NIKAM, where we have more than 800 videos, more than 1,000 subscribers, and more than 8,000 views. So please support our channel by subscribing, so we can bring you more interesting video clips such as these. Thank you very much. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM for NNN Media. Have a wonderful day.